Welcome to the spoken tutorial on laying tracks on printed circuit board. In this tutorial, we will learn to place tracks on printed circuit board, add dimension and text on silk screens, generate Gerber files and view them. This tutorial is recorded using Ubuntu Linux OS version 16.04 and eSIM version 1.1.2. To practice this tutorial, you should know to read a PCB netlist, draw outline and set up design parameters for a board, move and orient footprints. If not, see the prerequisite eSIM spoken tutorials on this website. I have already opened eSIM on my machine. Let us open example 7805 voltage regulator. I have saved this on my desktop. I have already read the netlist, created an outline and set the design parameters. Click on Open Project button from the left toolbar and navigate to the location where you have saved this. I will browse to desktop. Click on 7805 voltage regulator. Click on the Open button at the bottom right corner of this window. Click on Open Schematic button on the left toolbar to open the schematic. Using F1, I will zoom into the schematic. Click on Tools button at the top toolbar and select Layout Printed Circuit Board. Let me resize this window. I have moved and oriented the footprints such that there is minimum intersection between air wires. Let us see how to convert the air wires into tracks. Under the Layer tab on the right side of PCB new window, click on B.cu once. Layer selected will be indicated by a blue arrow on the left side of B.cu. Click on Place button in the top toolbar and select Track from the menu. Let us place tracks for connecting the capacitor C2 to the output terminal J2. I will zoom into the layout screen. Click on Node 1 of C2. Let us drag this track from Node 1 of C2 to Node 1 of J2 by dragging the cursor till Node 1 of J2. Double click on Node 1 of J2 to complete the track. Similarly, connect all the other nodes except the ground nodes. Press Escape key to exit the Place Track tool. Ground nodes are denoted by G and D designation. Let us place a ground plane to connect all the ground nodes. Click on Add Filled Zones button located at right side of the PCB new window. Click once slightly above the top left corner of the board outline. Let us place the ground plane on bottom copper layer. To do so, click on B.cu under Layer column. Click on G and D under Net column. Click on OK button at the bottom right corner of the Copper Zone Properties window. Drag the cursor with the pencil icon horizontally towards the right. Click once slightly above the top right vertex of the outline. Let us move the cursor vertically towards the bottom right vertex of the board. Click once slightly below the bottom right vertex. Similarly, we will draw a rectangular ground plane outline around board outline. Please do not confuse board outline with ground plane outline. I have completed the ground plane outline. Note that the ground plane outline should lie outside the board outline. Right-click inside the board outline. Click on Fill or Refill All Zones button from the menu. We have added a ground plane to the board. Press Escape key to exit the Add Filled Zones tool. Let us now perform Design Rule Check, that is DRC, for the layout we created. It checks whether the design created is compliant with the design's rules set earlier. Click on Perform Designs Rule Check present at the top of the PCB new toolbar. Click on Start DRC. This checks if any design element violates the design parameters set earlier. If there are any design errors, they will be displayed in Error Messages window. In my case, there are no errors. Click OK button at the bottom right corner to exit the DRC control window. Now let us see how to add text on our board. Let us click on F.Silks layer to place text on the front silk layer. Click on Place button from the top toolbar and select the text option from the drop-down menu. Click once on the PCB new window. I will type 7805 voltage regulator in the text window. Click on OK button at the bottom right corner of Text Properties window. The type text will be tied to the cursor. Drag cursor to bottom right corner of the layout screen and click once. We can see the text is placed in light blue color. Please make sure to click inside the board outline. Now let us see how to add dimensions to our board design. Click on Margin layer. Click on Place at top toolbar and select Dimension option. Click once on either vertex of the board layout. I have chosen the top right vertex. Let us drag the cursor towards bottom right vertex in a straight line. Press Enter key twice. The dimension will be placed for the vertical edge of the board. We will perform similar steps for placing horizontal dimensions of the layout. Let us press Ctrl and S keys together to save the work. Let us now create Gerber files for this board. Click on Plot button at the top of the PCB new toolbar. Click on the tab below Plot Format and select Gerber out of the 6 options. Let us select the layers for which we want the Gerber files. I will select F.cu, B.cu, F.silks, S.cuts and margin layer by clicking on the boxes to the left. Click on Browse button at the top right corner of Plot window. Let us navigate to the desired directory where we want to save the Gerber files. Click on Desktop. Double click on 7805 voltage regulator. Click on Open button at bottom right corner of Select Output Directory window. Click on No button of Plot Output Directory window. Click on Plot button at the bottom of the Plot window. Acknowledgement messages will appear in the Messages window. Let us generate the drill file in Gerber format for our designed board. Click on Generate Drill File at the bottom of the Plot window. Click on Browse button at the top right corner of Drill File Generation window. I will navigate to Desktop and 7805 voltage regulator. Click on Open button at the bottom right corner of Drill Files Generation window. If Plot Output Directory window appears, click on No button in the middle of Plot Output Directory window. Click on Gerber option placed in the middle of Drill File Generation window if not selected. Click on Drill File option present at the right side of Drill File Generation window. An acknowledgement message will appear in the Messages window. Click on Close button in the middle of Drill File Generation window. Click on Close button at bottom right corner of Plot window. Let us save our work by pressing Ctrl and S keys simultaneously. We will now view the Gerbers created. Open the terminal by pressing Ctrl, Alt and T keys together. Type Gerb view and press Enter. Click on File from the top left corner and select Load Gerber File option. Let us browse to the directory where we have saved the Gerber files. I will click on Desktop and then double click on 7805 voltage regulator. Press Ctrl and A keys at the same time to select all the Gerber files. Click on Open button at the bottom right corner of the Open Gerber file window. We can see the PCB layout we created in Gerber format. This is the FR4 grade copper cladded sheet on which we will transfer our design to. After etching and drilling appropriate holes, this is how the board will look. Components can now be mounted and soldered on this board. This is how the board looks after components are soldered on it. With this, we come to the end of this tutorial. Let us summarize. In this tutorial, we learned to place tracks on printed circuit board, add dimension and text on silk screens, generate Gerber files and view them. Please post your timed queries in this forum. Please post your general queries on eSIM in this forum. FOSSEE team coordinates the lab migration project. FOSSEE team coordinates the circuit simulation project. Spoken Tutorial project is funded by MHRD, Government of India. This is Saurabh from IIT Bombay, signing off. Thank you.